go to Spotify. What app needs you do?
Yeah, you can do it.
Yeah. Do you have a website?
Yeah.
Tell me your website. Welcome to your souls.
On the other side, she's waiting for you. On the other side, she's waiting for you. She is the most precious thing in your whole life. She is the most precious thing that you ever know. On the other side, she's waiting for you. On the other side, she's waiting for you. She is the most precious thing in your whole life. She is the most precious thing that you ever know. On the other side, she's waiting for you. On the other side, she's waiting for you.
We have two readings today. We are sure of our present position and better equipped for the journey ahead if the essential steps below us are firmly embedded in our consciousness. History has a fashion of repeating itself, and in the light shed by past attainment, our decisions are the wiser and the surer. That's by Agnes Lawson, Colorado College of Divine Science. We are the lords of all this lower world. We make the laws by which our life has might, and as the thoughts of freedom forth are hurled, we build a world of peace and truth and right. O man, a kingdom is within your soul, a kingdom enthroned with a scepter in his hand, or a king. Why slumber on in grief and tears unfold? Awake, God calls you, rise and understand. That's by Julie Seton Sears, New Thought writer and numerologist.
Oh man. Oh woman. Remember the times this was written in 1888.
Oh, you man.
A king, a queen. Momentum. Holding your sword in your hand. You're holding a sword of truth with your words. Holding a sword of wisdom. Now is the time to step into that wisdom. To know who you are, whose you are. That's momentum. series of activation momentum. And today, I'm going to talk about misdirected and directed momentum. I thought, as we always think we know what to do, that I had my talk down on Thursday. Friday, something showed up. It changed everything. Changed my momentum. But I'll get into that in a little bit. Nona Brooks, the center, the other phrase by Agnes, she was a student, that this was a college. Isn't that amazing? This was a college founded by mystical women, steeped in affirmations and positivity. In the 1800s, did you realize women couldn't vote till 1920, and Colorado was the first state to ratify that. Woohoo! So women had the right to vote, and you had hundreds of women from the New Thought movement in the 1800s doing it. They couldn't vote, but they were fighting for the right to free slaves, for equal pay. Sounds familiar, guys? We're still in it, but we're still moving forward. That is momentum. Nona Brooks says, what the Spirit initiates, it carries through. Initiates, that's a big word. It carries through and moves forward. I believe we've all been initiated, and that we agree on a soul level, I'm going to say it, to be on this planet at this time. Now, someone's going to say, that's my parents' fault. No. You picked your parents, too. Yes, we did. As a grand learning lesson, as a grand healing, we picked this time, no matter how challenging it may seem. And we see it throughout the world, throughout our country. So instead of sitting and getting scared or getting angry, all that stops your manifestation of growth, of momentum. I will continue to say this. The universe moves forward. We cannot go backwards in time. We never will. A human ego wants to go into fear and uncertainty and, oh my God, the price fades. And oh my God, this and this. No, stay centered. Because when you're centered, Spirit can help you move forward. Barbara Max Hubbard, an amazing futurist, says, and she wrote this in the 60s, in the midst of crisis, gives birth to a new nation. Wow. That beautiful soul passed away in 2020, close to 100 years old. She saw what we saw. So ask yourself, how are you stopping yourself when you find yourself in challenge? When you find yourself sleeping, tensed up, and wondering why you're stiff in the Or you find yourself clenching your jaws, pay attention to your body. Your body talks to you. I always say the body is a pendulum. How are you stopping yourself? We are made of momentum. Nona Brooks, the founder of Divine Science, first minister, female minister of Denver. It's huge. She and her sister put out this role in 3 years. That's momentum. Don't you want to take some of that? Yes. Isn't it time that we move forward instead of moving backwards? Fear sets you behind. It sets us all behind. It stops growth. It does. And a lot of things we see is to stop you going. We catch your breath instead of breathing. And to find breath is momentum. So this is a picture of part of my living room. And this is a picture of this woman rising up. That's that picture, you can't see it. With battery-operated candles. So here we go. I want you to think about direct momentum and indirect momentum. Friday, I had a long, busy day of meetings. I was at a speakers event. I had phone calls to do concerning all the busy day. So I'm kind of like, it was a good, positive. It was beautiful here in Colorado on Friday. And I come home after getting groceries and food. I just sit on the couch and my husband, hey, Snoopy, before we start dinner, I just need to breathe. And I'm breathing on the couch. Then I'm about to take off my shoes. And I hear someone talking. Now, we live in the mountains of Colorado. We have no fences. We're on a couple of acres. Most of our neighbors, no one has fences, so the deer and then elk just move through. And I heard a voice. Well, first of all, let me back up. Power goes out. I was reading. My husband's watching the news. Power goes out. Then I heard a voice. I'm like, well, maybe in my mind, well, maybe that's key. You know, sometimes when power goes out, you check on your neighbors. See what's going on. And then the voice is really loud and like screaming. And then I jump up. That's my momentum. I jump up, look out the window, and there's a guy with blood on his face with a cell phone, and he's walking like this. And I didn't get the head of concussion, I got drunk. Now, as I'm looking onto the other window, and he's cutting through my neighbor's property, he's yelling and screaming and blah, blah, blah. And I tell my husband, that guy's bloody, you know that? So a little background, my husband has been in law enforcement 40 years. So he steps up in his wound. And I run out the front, not to go out, I was very present, because you don't know what might be going on. And I started thinking too, maybe that's why the power's out, because we live near a main road that takes everyone home. I was like, oh, I'm going to be good soon. Because power just doesn't go out on a sunny day in the mountains. So my husband gets in his truck to go check on him. So this is all directed momentum. Let me tell you, my indirect momentum. My little savior was going to get, and my husband's hearing this now for the first time, he doesn't know this. I was going to get in my car to go follow my husband to make sure he was okay. Now, mind you, that was a human ego. Indirect momentum, just like the guy stumbling. Indirect momentum. And I caught myself going, this man does not need your help. And what if something does happen and you're in the way and he has to worry about you? See how sneaky the human could come in? When something shows up, we're ready to fix it or do it. And I took a deep breath as I was about to get in the car. And I remember I have neighbors about 4 doors down that are former SWAT police law enforcement. So I called the wife, she called her husband, she said, I'll help him, I'll have Murray, make sure Greg's okay. I'm hearing screaming through the valley where we live. We're like around mountains where everything just happens. And to hear how calm she was, because they're trained to be calm. I was paying attention to my indirect momentum and the indirect momentum of this young man. And then I see another car come screaming through the neighborhood. And I felt, oh, he must have called someone to come pick him up. Again, indirect momentum. But we have to stand firm in direct momentum. People couldn't get home for 3 hours. Our power was out till 1 in the morning. Now, when my husband was there, probably out there, and I couldn't call him, I knew not to call him, not to bother him. And I stood in my driveway, looking at the mountains, and I affirmed his safety. And he would call for me, Archangel Michael, Yeshua, and that everyone was safe. And yes, everyone was safe. And they contacted law enforcement. Yes, the young man was drunk, driving to work hard, in a power pole. All indirect momentum. Well, we're seeing that in our world. Where are you using momentum in instead of stopping and don't run and try to fix something or heal? Instead of saying stopping and going outside and just breathe and giving away and affirming and trusting, calling the neighbor, saying, hey, I need help. There's a lot of indirect momentum you see. That's how we have in wars. There's a lot of control. And a lot of that indirect momentum is fear. Two emotions on the planet, love and fear. The love. Love is a direct momentum. So what this caused for me to take a picture, I had a whole plan for my night. I had stuff to send to my Althea marketing team. I'm like, oh, this is interesting. And I decided to direct my momentum. Because I wasn't going to watch a movie with me. Let's see what's on Netflix. Well, you can't do that with no internet, no pop. So I got creative and wanted to collect every flashlight. There's a ton in the house. My husband had lights. He had headlamps. I found the headlamps, the lack of batteries we have, all the plethora of candles I have. Wow, I need to start bringing some of these candles. And all the batteries. So what created that? It got me organized. And even though I still had stuff to send off, I'm like, wait a minute. My laptop has a charge. And I connected my laptop to my cell phone. And I got my little 30 minutes of work I needed to get done. Greg went to bed early. I was done, and I did something that probably the Brooks sisters did, and many other women in the 1800s. I read metaphysical books by candlelight. What a peaceful night. And how I know the power came when I went in the morning, because everything came back on. The green line and the cat was like, all right. But even going to bed, the whole neighborhood, because I have neighbors with big spotlights that just shine. The stars were so bright I went outside. Everything was silent. Now, I don't know electricity we need, but it's those moments. It's those moments. And it slowed me down to see what I couldn't see. Where are we moving so fast with indirect momentum that we can't catch the jewels and shine the light of what we already have? Lighting a candle, taking a break from the norm. That jerked me right out of the norm. Friday was a good day. And we actually got to participate with help in our community because no one was hurt. Some people might have been inconvenienced, but no one was hurt. So it's time for us to hold into prayer. It's time for us in these times of crisis. We're giving birth to a new nation. Things are shifting. People are getting inventive. When people worry about food, guys, we're in Colorado. And no matter where you live, most places have a farmer's market. Participate in your farmer's market. Start growing food this year. You can grow it on a patio or a balcony. You don't need acres. You can grow basil in a kitchen window. Don't grow mint. You'll never get rid of it. Just say that. So, what can you do as we're moving into the spring equinox? What can we do to help heal ourselves and the world? And with my creative time, I had a mini AI class, and I created that on AI. There are angels watching us as we're going through the photon belt and the universal field. There are angels watching us. We are not alone. And there days that have seemed chaotic, especially in the United States and around the world. I was supposed to go to a huge conference in Banff, Canada. They're telling us it may not happen because interesting things right now. They told that to 600 metaphysical ministers. That ain't gonna work. And we don't just breathe. We'll do something else. It's okay. Everything's a pause. Just like when we had COVID, everything's a pause. But in that pause, there's growth. Where you think there is no light, there is light. Shining light. That's the momentum we have. We are meant to be creatures of movement, of a higher consciousness and a higher awakening. And we are awakening. We get to commune with one another just like we get to talk to a computer. We get to connect with spirit all the time. Because it's not you and God, or you and Christ consciousness, or you and universal love, whatever you call it. It's not a you and. It's when you put that in, you separate. We truly are all one. Spirit is us and is moving us in a massive frequency in a timeline of love and patience. But we're just seeing just the old fallen way. And it's giving us a chance to shine a light, to be creative, to be co-creators with the divine. See, you want to come along, start doing something on the guitar and pray us out, because there is one love. There is one love. And as I've been preparing for the first 3 workshops, and I've had years of study, but the story of Nona Brooks became new to me 3 years ago, before I became an Althea, when I was in ministerial school. And you know what she would do with difficult people? And when she ran across people that did not like her and called her a witch, and they didn't mean it in a nice way, she chanted the word love in her head, even when she didn't mean it. And there was a man who was threatening her and her sister. They didn't like the healing she was doing. But she chanted the word love, and one day this man apologized. He said, I did wrong. I don't know this man's name. It was told to me by an old archivist who's no longer with us. She died at 101. She chanted the word love, and it changed. And she said every time she didn't believe it. Maybe we do that when we see someone, we feel attacked, or see them hurting someone else. Just say, I love you, I love you. In your mind and heart, there will be an energy shift. That's one. So as he plays, just take a deep breath. And as we prepare for spring coming this week, remember we get to move. We get to choose love. We get to initiate spirit and allow spirit to be initiated in and through us. Love is here and it's waiting for us to accept it. Knowing we are that love, that oneness, that peace, and that wholeness. And I know that for the world. I know this for the universe of food. So there are angels guiding us and loving us and protecting us, and we get to allow their momentum to flow through our words, our thoughts, and our actions. And sometimes it's just a thought from our heart saying, I love you. I love you. And I love you. I'm grateful. Knowing that our week and our world is blessed. And together we sing. And so it is.
We don't wave of people without without conditions. A wave of people in love. city, I see a shimmering light, and it reminds me that there is so much light. Looking across the country in the morning sun, I am reminded that there is so much love. You just gotta look deeper, get out of your own way. You just gotta get out from underneath the weight of your own pain. We can join a wave of people who love without conditions. So wave, people who love without conditions. We can join a wave of people who love without conditions. A wave of people who love without conditions. Looking across the city, I see a shimmering light, and it reminds me that there is so much light. Looking across the country in the morning sun, I am reminded that there is so much love. You just gotta look deeper, get out of your own way. You just gotta get out from underneath the weight of your own pain. We can join a wave.
Thank you so much. Now is the time of offering and giving. We'd like to thank everyone who continues to give their time, talent, and treasure. And I would invite you to always, even when you circulate your bills, see money as a form of circulation. Because it always comes back to you. When you spend something, it's spent. Understood? Where is it? How? So even when you give in a credit card, and also Ricky in the back, in a credit card machine, if you have a debit or credit card, and you can go online, you can scan the QR code with altheacenter.org, but you can hold your tithe, your treasure with you, and your wallet, and your cash, and you can repeat after me. The universe provides all that I need, and all that I give, with great joy, and I share my prosperity, planting seeds to our world and help manifest. And so it is. Amen. And if you're interested in volunteering, please see Kristen in the back with our commitment. And thank you all again. Just for a little information, some people, based on your previous religious beliefs or current ones, we are not funded by the Vatican or any other organization. So all of the treasures that come into Althea goes to support our building and to support talented artists like Zia. And there are things that we will be having repaired, including I would love to have our parking lot repaired as well, and other things. She's an old girl who needs a little bit of a fixing. So thank you very, very much. And now I'd like to do something. And notice stand for one.
before they ever allowed to be free. Yes, and how many times can a man turn his head, pretending he just doesn't see? The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind. How many times can a man look up in the sky? How many years must one man have before he can hear people cry? How many days can the people have died? The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind. The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind.
All righty, grab a hand. Get ready to shout it out. So, guess what? Something wonderful is happening to me right now. Something wonderful is happening to you right now. It is that thing called life. It is that thing called life. We are all awakening to love. We are all awakening to love. I am awakening to love. I am awakening to love. My heart is opening. My heart is opening. To let love in. To let love in. And to let love